So last week's video got a pretty good response. All right, I increased my subscriber count by 50% with that one video. It was probably helpful that a lot of my friends and stuff were like tweeting out stuff like that. But hopefully, you guys like today's video. It's done with the same kind of like editing style. So hope you guys like it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go. Okay, so in the second grade, we were doing this thing called Reading Restaurant, okay? And Reading Restaurant is where you get a little menu and you put like poems and stuff on it. And you call your parents in, they come to your classroom, and they order stuff off the menu, right? It's the coolest thing ever, right? And so you pick the poems you want on your menu, and then your parents order off of it, and you have to read it to them. It was the most exciting thing ever. We set up the classroom like a restaurant. It was awesome, okay? So, the day comes for Reading Restaurant. We're all prepared and stuff. And that day we have to go to PE, right? And so I'm walking down the hall to PE. Everything's nifty. Get into PE. We sit in our little alphabetical spots. They had us like sitting in different spots around the gym depending. It doesn't even matter. It was the stupidest system I've ever heard of. So we're sitting in our little spots, and then they announce the game. We're playing Dog Catcher, okay? And what Dog Catcher is they pick like 4 or 5 kids to get like these little foam hands, and you try to run around the gym and like slap other kids with them. Not slap them, but like completely like pimp smack them with them. And if you pimp smack them with them, you get a dog in your pound, right? Each player gets a pound, not each person, but the dogs. You get it. And so whoever has the most dogs in their pound wins the game, okay? So obviously my PE teachers didn't pick me for being a dog catcher because well, they hated me for whatever reason. I never got to be dog catcher in all 4 years of being in elementary school. It was ridiculous. So anyways, I'm sitting in line waiting for them to release the dogs, right? Oh my God, I hate myself. But yeah, I'm sitting there waiting, and I realized my good friend, let's just say Timmy, okay? Timmy gets to be a dog catcher. And so I'm like, oh my God, I gotta run from Timmy, right? And so they're like, who let the dogs out? Whatever the hell they said. So I start sprinting around the gym, right? I am Usain Bolt at this point. I am trying to get away from Timmy. I'm trying to get away from the other kids that are the dog catchers. I don't care. I ain't going to no pound because the dogs left get a piece of candy or something. I don't even know what they get. I don't think we got a piece of candy, but it doesn't matter. It's besides the point. So I'm sprinting around, and then some kid falls on the ground, right? I didn't see him. I didn't care. I was trying to get away from Timmy, right? And so I trip over this kid on the ground. Here comes Timmy. Now Timmy's a little bit of a bigger kid, right? He's not gigantic, but he's fat, okay? So Timmy runs, and he jumps on top of me, and then bam, blacked out, okay? I don't remember anything from there to the point where I wake up, okay? So I wake up, and everybody's sitting in lines across the gym, right? And I'm the only one laying on the other side of the floor. I am all by myself. The gym teachers are sitting on their little podium thing, touching themselves. They're not even over there by me, seeing if I'm okay. And so I wake up, and one of them just casually walks over to me and asks, I'm like, what happened? And she's like, I think you may have fallen asleep. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Huh? Do you even know what you're saying right now? You think I just fell asleep in the middle of dog catcher? You think I'm a retarded kid or something? What do you mean fell asleep? You think I just took a nappy on the floor? Just like, well, I don't see Timmy coming anywhere soon. And so I just sat on the floor and took a little nap. Are you retarded? Do you need help? So anyways, after Miss Retard picks me up off the ground and tries to help me to the nurse's office, because obviously now she knows that I didn't take a nap, okay? I'm not some retarded kid trying to sleep in the middle of PE, okay? So she picks me up, she takes me to the nurse's office. And so I'm in the nurse's office. The nurse is like, are you feeling all right? I mean, I feel like the nurse should do a little bit more than asking me if I feel all right. And I'm like, you know what? Reading Restaurants today. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, Reading Restaurants today. I can't go home. I can't disappoint myself and my parents. So I'm like, yeah, I feel fine. So she gives me like a a mint or something. I don't even remember. She gives me a mint, makes me go back to class, and I'm just leaning against the wall all the way back to my classroom. I'm like, oh my god, this is miserable. This is the worst pain I've ever experienced. My head was throbbing. It hurt so bad. And then, bam, I throw up in the middle of the floor. I get so scared of the throw up, I sprint back to my classroom, just like touching all over the wall, like grasping it while I'm running. Like, I'm like literally like turning in circles while running against the wall. I was terrified somebody was gonna find out I just threw up. I walk into my classroom after that, and my teacher's like, Blake, you don't look great. And I'm not gonna look great. I just got banged in the head, okay? And so I'm like, you know what, I'm okay. And so while I'm walking in the classroom, it hits me again. I sprint over to the sink. Luckily, she had a sink in her classroom, and I just vomit all over it. I turn around, the teacher is just mortally terrified, okay? And she calls my parents. My parents pick me up. Obviously, I'm disappointed I didn't get to do reading restaurant, but you know what? It just ruined my childhood a little bit, okay? So my parents obviously know something's wrong, so they take me to the ER, and I get a CAT scan, and then after the CAT scan, we're waiting to see the results, and the doctor has brought me into her room by now, and she walks in with a bottle of clear Gatorade, okay? Anyways, so she basically forces me to drink this clear Gatorade, and I just start spitting and drooling and throwing up everywhere. This clear Gatorade had like drugs in it or something. It was the most awful thing I've ever tasted. And so I have like all this vomit and stuff going all over the doctor, and she's like, it's okay, I'll be right back. So she changes, comes back, gives my parents a little like folder or something, and it has like all my like CAT scan readings and stuff, and I have a mild concussion, alright? And so that's the end of the story. Nothing else happens after that. I go home, I stay out of school for a couple days. It was alright, but it only hurt for a little while, so I think it was completely worth it. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was an interesting story to tell. So every like that I get on this video also supports my trip to outer space. And we actually won't be going in a Little Tikes car anymore. We'll be going in an above ground pool or something. I don't know. But if you're new to this channel, you like the content, subscribe. If you're not new and you haven't subscribed, do that. Also, don't forget to like, and adios, amigos.
Ocean man, take me by the hand.